Hi, precious heart. Today is speaker E.T. on LifeTree TV. How have you been for a week? Is your spiritual path okay? Is it going through in the way of heavens or in your vague ways? Today's topic is walk-in and light workers. Have you heard of it? Now, let's go. The Abonal group and light workers, who are the descending spirit souls, have lived for 2.5 million years on Earth and had transmigrated in average number of 35. Both the Abonal group and the light workers have lived and performed key roles of kings and heroes in most of their lives. At the same time, they have accumulated lots of karma over and over in their bodies. They also had lived in the primitive earth as the elements in the first dimension for very, very long times. However, the ascending spirit souls have transmigrated 25 times in average, and they had lived normal life compared to the descendings, which was appropriate to their journey of the spirit soul. The descending spirit souls have accumulated more karmas than the ascendings, just as they have transmigrated more frequently. These karmas have been stored in bodies over time. Generally, karmas, bitter memories, and horrors are accumulated mainly in a body. So these injurious, bad memories are exposed unconsciously when there are contacts in body to body, skin to skin, and more. Especially our body will respond to the strong memories of the fearful death and memories about sexual experiences, good or bad, at first before we realize it. Generally, the programs of each life are planned to solve their own karmas, but karma are not always cleared entirely. If so, these unsolved karmas might act as a big variable in performing the role of light workers on this final cycle of the earth. In this regard, all the higher selves of the descending spirit souls are concerned about this. In order to remove these variables, the majority of Abonal group and light workers have chosen the walk-in method for birth. Although the walk-in has many side effects, about 70% of them have chosen this way. Bodies remember all things about us. In case of a walk-in, your back, which is the body energy, and which have lived together with you for 2.5 million years, is replaced by the donor's back. The best conditions of bodies for walk-in depend on age and types of karma. It is good when the donor's body is young. It is the best when the types of karma which is left to both the donor and the descending spirit are similar. Generally, the spirit soul for replacement is selected by how similar the journey of the spirit soul is. Also, the proper appearance, characteristics, and genetic aspects also might be considered. If necessary, for the descending's role and mission. After all, the life of a worker starts after the donor's spirit soul agrees with the work-in and the approval sign for the conditions to perform is finished. If the memories in body were not properly controlled, it might be difficult for the light workers to perform their given roles when they meet each other as man and woman. Depending on the situations, they might fall in love, forgetting their roles and falling into the heel of reincarnation again. In this context, many light workers have come here as the work-in. In universe, there is no free lunch. The young spirit soul who allowed his or her body will accompany the work-in's life, doing this his or her role as the master of a physical body. As a result, the work-in should solve the donor's karma instead, and should live according to the donor's programs. Those are marriage, divorce, and giving birth to children, etc. All the details for the work-in should be reviewed and approved by both the Committee of Karma and the Committee of Reincarnation before the work-in life begins. The light workers as the work-in should live a double life of both the donor and their own. So many of them are prone to have multiple personality, get through dramatic life, can't live in conjugal harmony, and always feel another strange person inside them. But please don't be upset, light workers. The donors' karmas which you light workers have suffered are almost the same to your own karmas, which should be solved sometimes. But instead, the old and experienced spirit souls have disguised themselves with young and beautiful bodies, hidden among the ordinary people, and are being hard trained as light warriors at the same time. Please remember this. Good luck to the light workers. Udeka writes, March 26, 2016, translated by E.T. Do you think you are a working spirit soul? If you think you are a light worker and haven't got any memory before a certain age, yes, possibly you are. I encourage you to open your heart continuously on this LifeTree TV, and see you next time with full of light. Thank you.